How y'all doing today? It's Ray Life.
And your girl Cabria J. And we are back with another video. This one is 13 unbelievable coincidences that will leave you confused. Okay. Let's check it out.
Let's do this. My hands smell like sweaty coconuts.
13 unbelievable coincidences that will leave you confused. Have you ever dreamt something that came true later? Do you believe that people can foresee the future? Do you know that there are many things that can't be explained? Life sometimes brings us strange surprises that are seemingly impossible to explain by referring to
Deja vu happens to me a lot.
We at Brightside never cease to be amazed by the coincidences that occur in this world, which demonstrates just how unpredictable and mysterious it is. So we have prepared 12 examples from the history that will prove that time travel exists. Also, we have prepared a bonus for you. It will make you believe that there is something out there in the universe that we don't know about yet.
Bring it on!
Dive into the world of the unexplained.
Be patient.
Freaking love aliens, bro.
Is this another evidence of time travel?
Let's see.
We
Wait,
all
what
know
happened to
Jennifer
13?
Lawrence by her astonishing acting in the Hunger Games
That's the
film
extra
series.
one.
And maybe some of you have heard about Zubaida Tharwan, an Egyptian movie, stage, and television star. You don't need extraordinary skills to see the unique resemblance between them. Look at their eyes. It feels as if the same person is looking at you on the screen, doesn't it? Jennifer Lawrence is not only the spitting image of the Silver Age Egyptian actress Zubaida Tharwan, but also they have similarities in their careers and lives. Isn't that astounding?
Kinda.
Number
Not
11,
much.
a premonition of the Titanic. There is hardly any person who's never heard of the Titanic and its tragic story.
I hate
But
that
few
story.
of us know that in 1898, 14 years before the sinking of the Titanic, fantasy writer Morgan Robertson wrote the novella Futility, which told the story of a ship that was sunk, and which bore the name the Titan. But it wasn't just the name where we can see an eerie coincidence. Both the fictional and real ship were described as unsinkable, had similar technical characteristics, lacked a suitable number of lifeboats, and collided with icebergs in the North Atlantic. After the sinking of the Titanic, the book was republished
They
with
probably
the title
arrested
Futility,
him.
or The Sinking of the Titan. Number
You
10.
can't arrest them if it ain't have nothing to do with the actual sinking.
The famous composer George Handel was
You
a
seen
neighbor
this
of the
coming
famous
and you just
guitarist
wrote
Jimi
about it in the
Hendrix.
book.
Admittedly, they were
Put him in
separated
the
by
break.
2 centuries. Handel lived in London at 25
So
Brook
Jimi
Street,
Hendrix and Andre?
lived for a time at 23 Brook Street. They were both incredible
Andre.
musicians who
Oh,
had major
they're like Andre
influence on the
3000.
development
Man,
of
it's
music.
Jimi
Jimi Hendrix and Handel.
Hendrix is believed to be one of the most outstanding electric guitarists in the history of
He
rock
played the
music.
guitar? I
While
missed it.
Handel, in his turn, is considered to be one of the greatest composers of the Baroque era. Even their surnames sound alike, don't they?
Kinda.
Number 9. The tragedy on the Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam, located in the USA, is believed to be one of the most mysterious in the world. Firstly, more than 100 workers died while constructing it. Secondly, because it holds back so much water that this amount of water led to the deformation of the Earth's crust, which caused more than 600 earthquakes in that region. But it holds a more unexplainable mystery in it. One of the first people who lost their lives during the construction of the Hoover Dam was George Tierney, who died on December 20th, 1922, when carrying out preparatory work. The last person to die during construction was Patrick Tierney, George's son. He also died on December 20th.
That's a
Number
coincidence.
8. The cars that found each other. In 1895, in the state of Ohio, 2 cars collided. The peculiarity of this particular accident is to be found in the fact that during this period, automobile production was only just beginning to take off, and there were only these 2 cars in all of Ohio.
Really?
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately, at that time, automobile accidents still weren't documented, and so the
Well, you
official
couldn't
records of
hear?
this case haven't survived. Just let this fact sink in. Only 2 cars in the whole city, and they collided. Isn't that fate? Number 7. Coincidences
They had
in the
magnets in them.
biographies of Lincoln and Kennedy. A multitude of strange coincidences exists in the biographies
Lincoln
of
looks so
American
serious.
presidents.
They were
Abraham
alike
Lincoln and John Kennedy
in their
are
beliefs.
just a few of them. They were both killed by a gunshot wound to the back of the head on a Friday before a celebration. Lincoln was killed just before Easter, Kennedy on the eve of Thanksgiving. Each was accompanied by his wife and another couple. Both had 4 children. Both had a friend called Billy Graham. Kennedy had a secretary named Miss Lincoln. President Lincoln had a secretary called John. Their successors in both cases were vice presidents called Johnson, who were both Southerners and Democrats. Can you think of other coincidences in their biographies? Please share them in the comments section below.
It is a coincidence.
Number 6. The First and Last Soldiers. The British Army during World War I lost about 673,375 soldiers that were declared to be dead and missing. And the surprising fact here is that the graves of the first and last British soldiers killed in the war are located 6 meters from each other, and their headstones face each other. This arrangement was not in any way deliberate.
Why is
Number 5.
weird they
Rumors
face
of
each other?
Edgar Allan Poe's Time Machine. In the book, The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket, written by Edgar Allan Poe, we learn the story of 4 sailors who survived the sinking of their ship and were forced to eat a ship boy called Richard Parker. Poe claimed that this story was based on real-life events, but this wasn't actually the case. 46 years after the book was written, an actual boat did sink, and the members of the crew who were saved recounted how they had eaten a ship boy called Richard Parker.
That's
This
nasty.
led to rumors that the famous American writer had owned a time machine. Do you have any explanations of it? We would love to hear them in the comments section.
You own a car, a time machine?
Number 4.
I would try one.
Unlucky Brothers.
They say that it's
In July 1975, Erskine Lawrence Evan, a 17-year-old inhabitant of the Bermuda Islands, was riding along the road on his moped when he was hit by a taxi.
Erskine.
Almost a year before, also in July, Erskine's brother, who was also 17, was killed. He was riding the same moped, and he was killed by a taxi as well. Behind the wheel was the same driver, and he was
What
carrying the same passenger. That's
Bro.
more than
What in the
unbelievable.
world?
Number 3.
That's the craziest
Anthony
one so far.
Hopkins in a rare
Right.
book. Once,
Those
the
two
actor
are
Anthony
after
Hopkins
those two.
urgently needed to get hold of a book so that he could study for a role in a film he was starring in, The Girl from Petrovka, written by George Pfeiffer. He couldn't find the book in a shop anywhere, but then he came across a forgotten copy in the subway. When Hopkins later met Pfeiffer, the latter told him that he didn't have a copy of the book himself. He had lent his last one to a friend who had lost it somewhere in the subway. Amazing, huh? Hit the like button if you have these types of coincidences in your life. Number 2. A special name for the Roman Empire. The city of Rome, the foundation of the Roman state, was founded according to the legend by Romulus and Remus. Consequently, Romulus became the first king of Rome.
You're not even
The
listening.
last
I am
Western
listening.
Roman emperor was Romulus Augustulus, although he was born as Flavius Romulus Augustus. Nevertheless,
Flavius.
one can say that one of the most powerful empires of the ancient world began
Navarius.
and ended with the name Romulus. Number 1.
Oh!
Prediction of Donald Trump's election victory
By the
is
Simpsons. The Simpsons predict everything.
The creators of The Simpsons made an episode in the year 2000, which made a joke about Donald Trump becoming the president of the United States. Would they have ever guessed that one day it would become true? Even more amazing is the fact that the show presented Trump's election campaign in a way that was almost identical to scenes from real life when he launched his presidential.
Wow.
Somewhere out there, somebody is writing our life stories. And here's our bonus, almost like reincarnation. Enzo Ferrari, who founded the Ferrari company, died in 1988. About a month later, the footballer Mesut Özil was born. Looking at their portraits, could be forgiven for thinking they are twin brothers. Is this a case of
What
reincarnation?
you mean a month later?
Just look at them.
A month after he died, he was
Same
born.
deep eyes. Do you know any other
Reincarnation,
coincidental
you know what
facts
that
from
is?
history or your
Yes.
life? Share them in the comments section
But he
below.
said like a month after he died, that dude was born. And that picture seems clearly
Don't forget
more.
to hit the
That's
like
not a
Reset.
picture of him being. You know what? Anyways, guys, that was 13 unbelievable coincidences.
That was awesome.
It was. Wow.
I had something to say. I forgot though. Wait. Don't end the video yet. Oh yeah. I gonna say. A coincidence. It's a coincidence that John F. Kennedy died on my birthday. December 22nd. I mean, whoa. I wasn't even born in December. November 22nd. It was November 22nd. Thanksgiving Eve. I just wanted to say that. That's weird.
That's a coincidence to you?
Yes.
Okay, well. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for subscribing.